Mexico. Until I realized nobody was looking for me. I ended up taking a job at the Rurales.
The Mexican Rurales?
I was hired to help them track down the cowboys.
The most vicious outlaw gang in Cochise County? Curly Bill Brocious? Johnny Ringo?
Led by old man Clanton himself.
They must have paid you a pretty penny to take them hombres on.
Not really. But truth be told, I had my own reasons for going after those boys.
Salut tout le monde, c'est Lama pour l'épisode 3 de notre let's play sur Call of Juarez. Donc bon, allons-y.
So was the bastard you were after now riding with the cowboy?
Roscoe Bob Bryant was his name.
Oh.
But no, this time it was a different bastard I was after. The aforementioned Mr. Ringo. And yes, he was working for old man Clanton.
Normalement, c'est les Mexicains qui sont censés aller
I
au
came upon
States.
them robbing a
Pas
stagecoach,
les
which
Américains
wasn't
qui
surprising
viennent
being they were such
en
murderous
Mexique.
thieves and bastards. The bandits wore red scarves, so I knew they worked for the old man. Over there! I did my best to help those boys.
Vous êtes morts. Tu ne savais pas, mais tu
Moments later, the
étais déjà
attackers were
mort.
dead, and I checked the stagecoach to see how many passengers were still breathing. None. It was then I wondered if the rocks weren't hiding more bandits. Was that all of them? Or did I just hit the rear guard? I quickly got my answer. They attacked from on high like Apaches often do. They would appear in great numbers from above and rain down lead on their hapless enemies' heads.
La disparition du bison,
Making use of the
fait
high ground,
disparaître.
whatever else they had.
J'ai juste passé un point.
Yep, the Apaches always appeared out of nowhere, and there never seemed to be an end to them.
Oula.
Hold on. Were you attacked by Apaches? What happened to the cowboys?
Did I say they were Apaches? I said Clanton's cowboys attacked me Apache style. I was in a pitched battle when I was holding my own against an overwhelming enemy force. See, at the time, I was still pretty green, but often blunder into regrettable situations. But I just kept shooting at anything I could see up in those damn rocks. I didn't see Ringo, but I knew he was with the cowboy. He and Roscoe Bob had done me a dreadful wrong, and I was determined to have my revenge. But to get to Ringo, I knew I'd have to fight my way past these other assholes first.
Ah, on va pouvoir améliorer quelque chose. Viser plus rapide. Ouais, ça c'est bien.
Fortunately, I was running out of ammo. Another perfect
pourquoi nous
example of
battons
my
tout seul?
relative inexperience as a hunter of men. I immediately knew that a tactical retreat was called for, as my vengeful fury was much less impressive without the bullets to back it up. Finally, they managed to corner me. Trapped as I was, the odds of my survival seemed pretty slim. Luckily, serendipity was on my side as I suddenly spotted a way out of my predicament.
C'est absolument pas le jeu que je voulais.
I ran ahead as if the devil himself was after me. Bullets were whizzing by my ears, but I wasn't about to roll over and die. I just kept running like there was no tomorrow. Because there wouldn't be if Clanton and his men caught up with me. As I was scurrying around those caves, I thought, what was I thinking? Going up against a gang like this.
Ouais, et surtout sans munitions, quoi. Ah non, si bas,
I just kept running, not knowing where the hell I was going.
On a plus de balles.
That's when something
Je
miraculous
crois que je trouvais que ma situation était
like manna from heaven. I found the
première.
desiccated remains of what looked like an Apache warrior. The old weapon next to him supplied me with some much-needed ammunition.
J'adore quand il y a des accents comme ça.
That Masterson once told me it was more important to be
Oh oui,
lucky
quelques
than
munitions.
good, and he would know.
Ah oui, 72 balles.
And imagine my surprise when I found a fistful of dynamite to go along with that ammo. That stroke of good fortune evened the odds and bolstered my confidence. It was time to turn the tables. Time for the prey to become the
Alors,
predator.
fini.
Time for the hunted to become the hunter. Time. All right, Jesus, we get it. They were right where you wanted it. That's right, Jeff. I was done.
Pour ceux qui veulent savoir, normalement il y a
The old man's boys were
un
not
secret ici.
expecting that.
Faites le tour, vous revenez en arrière.
I came at them like a wildcat. My fury knew no bounds. It was finally time for that old man to pay for his sins.
Devant, n'oubliez pas. Coucou papy.
I yelled out at
Papy,
the top of
ça
my
met la
lungs.
maison propre.
I'm coming for you! A little stealth might have made more sense, to be perfectly honest.
Aïe.
Because that old fool had a Gatling gun and enough bullets to last him till kingdom come.
Ah merde.
But I knew I could not let that deter me. Not if I was to find and kill Ringo. I needed to get that old man off that gun.
Coucou papy. Aïe. Aïe. Ah dis non, t'as pas beaucoup de munitions dans tes chargeurs.
Most everyone thought it was the Ruales who had come up against him in Guadalupe Canyon, but it was just
Bonjour. Là, on va balancer les limites. Merde. Les limites. Attention, le combat le plus épique. Il faut faire ricocher la TNT sur le petit rocher. De façon à ce que ça tue le feu. Boom.
apparently one of the cowboys made it out of there alive and told Ike and Billy Clanton that it wasn't a Mexican who took their father's life that day. They just assumed it was one of the Earps. And that little misunderstanding eventually led to that legendary gunfight at the OK Corral.
Ok. Bon bah j'espère que cet épisode vous a plu. Laissez un j'aime, abonnez-vous et je vous dis à la prochaine.